সকাল থেকে আমরা অনেককেই শুনছি and one thing is very common among all of us যেটা আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি, we are not here to share a very beautiful flowery story to all of you, because life is not going to be a very beautiful flowery one for sure. It will come with your own phase, with own struggle, and here we are with all of our vulnerability in front of you so that you can be prepared yourself. আমরা আমাদের vulnerability নিয়ে open up হচ্ছে এখানে, so that if it helps a little bit at least in your journey, সেই উপলক্ষে move করছি next slide. So the theme you see is exactly the same. Okay. So here is the title goes, the visible self is built on the invisible battles. So little bit introduction very swiftly. Lutmilla Ahmed, my current role being the planning excellence lead for Unilever, responsible for the PTAB region, and PTAB stands for Pakistan, Turkey, Arabia, means Middle East, the whole Middle East, and Bangladesh, based in Bangladesh. But if you ask me who I am, if I have to introduce or what is my identity, I am proud to say like I'm an engineer, like a lot, like full of you are in the room, and especially a mechanical engineer I would like to be called out as my identity. That's a one-line identity surely. Okay, so where it all began, I am a Chittagonian. I born and brought up in Chittagong, and all my 16 years of life I was only in Chittagong, like in the whole world. Jodi boli বাংলাদেশের ওই ছোট্ট জায়গাটাতে যে মার্ক করে রেখেছি, I spent my 16 years. I never came out of Chittagong. That's 16 years of my life. Okay, dreams shaped by others. What does that mean? এখানে কয়জন আছে আসলে আমি ইঞ্জিনিয়ার হতে চেয়েছিলাম ছোটবেলা যদি জিজ্ঞেস করে, if you can raise your hand. Very few. ডাক্তার হতে চেয়েছিলাম কেউ? Okay, অনেক হাত দেখা যাচ্ছে. So same like a lot of you. If you ask me this question 15.5 year of my age, till 15.5 বছর পর্যন্ত I wanted to be a doctor. And why? Because আমার বাবা মা চেয়েছিল আমি ডক্টর হই। আমাকে জিজ্ঞেস করলেন, হ্যাঁ, I wanted to be a doctor. I am a very nerdy student, was very disciplined and sincere, all those stuff. But the thing changed drastically the 15.5 and 16 years of my life, the 6 months. যখন SSC final দিব, everyone's deciding where to go or which admission to কোন অ্যাডমিশনের জন্য প্রিপারেশন নিব। মাথায় তো ছিল মেডিকেল, দেন আই ওয়েন্ট টু একজন স্যার ছিল যার কাছে আমরা পড়তাম, জিজ্ঞেস করলাম যে আসলে সবাই তো তার মেডিকেল, আমিও মেডিকেলে যাচ্ছি। দেন হি সেড টু মি, বিকজ হি আইডেন্টিফাইড সামথিং, ইভেন আই ওয়াজ doubtful, I was not very sure, and he said, no, you are not going to win the medical admission, you are going for the engineering admission. Because that one thing, one thing I noticed, like in the period with him, I never have done a math in the same way. Like if you give me math to me and he's very passionate, I used to do a different way. And that 6 months changed my complete life. From doctor to I went for the engineering admission test. And the 3 university I was about to try is TEDxKUET and TEDx. And at that time, TEDx somehow has the first medical admission, and then the result got published, and somehow I made it happen. I don't know, that Kamrul sir was telling in the morning, a lot of these sites there, we can try only. And it happened. And I could not come to TEDx, and that's why today I'm here, because I did not make it happen 20 years back, and now I want to make it happen 20 years after, to see all of you and to see the TEDx one. Okay, so how the journey started, because I say like 16 years I was in Chittagong, and even I never came to Dhaka. The first time I came to Dhaka to give the TEDx admission. At that time, I started to see the world, maybe. And joining in TEDx, I'm sure a lot of you, how many of you have finished the first year already? Can you raise your hand? Finish the first year already completed. Okay, and how many of you are in the first year now? Okay, so maybe you'll be able to connect that out. So when we entered into the TEDx, when I got into the dormitory, because I came from Chittagong, I have to stay somewhere, and we give a like hall room like this with 10 beds in the floor, and you have to start the journey like that. And the first like out of comfort zone, it starts from there. Then 6 people in a room from different zone, different culture, different way of thinking. The journey starts from there. And when we start our classes, I'm sure you'll be able to relate. I think there is one exam in the class test we especially still remember, the electrical one, there is one class test. We are 60 in the class, আমরা 60 জন ছিলাম, and যখন স্যার রেজাল্ট দিল, we all got 0. এবং ওটা জীবনে আমাদের প্রথম ধাক্কা। I think a lot of us যে 0 পাওয়ার যে or fail করার যে first experience, we got on that then. We started to understand this is not be an easy journey. And first year I think is always difficult. এর আগে মোটামুটি somehow I'm sure you including you are the top 3% of the nation. You all have to understand that one. You are the like butter of the nation. But despite that, when you enter into the engineering university, it starts with a struggle for surely. And we got this struggle there and get the first essence of the failure and almost broken down. Severe level of vulnerability create হয়েছিল তখন and was about to start to doubt. আমার doubt হচ্ছিল যে whether আমি আসলে ঠিক decision নিয়েছিলাম কিনা because my parents wanted to be a doctor and I went for engineering. তখন নিজেকে আসলে ডাউট হচ্ছিল আসলে কি ঠিক ডিসিশন নিলাম কিনা, whether নিজের জন্য ভুল ডিসিশন নিয়ে ফেললাম। Then the only thing I remember myself telling myself, I started this journey and I'll see, I'll make this journey happen. That's the only thing I said to myself. And then this is a complete like failure thing, broken down thing, but that passion I keep inside me, I'll have to make it happen. And finally make it happen, got passed into TEDxKUET. At times ছিল যে আসলে ভালো লাগতো না ক্লাস, ভালো লাগতো না assignments, because it was all a struggle. But trust me, I was sharing with this a few of you already. This is one of the best part of your life you are having. Try to have the best out of it, because these institutions actually helps us to prepare for the next life, because it's not an easy life and this is the foundation the institution create. It gives us difficulty, but this is the where the foundation comes from. And every time now আমরা ঢাকায় থাকি, যখনই সুযোগ পাই go to TEDx because that's where the route starts. And for you guys it's TEDx already, and you will miss it as soon as you finish this boundary. You'll see how important it plays a role to shape all of you. Move করছি next one এ। ফাইনালি শেষ হলো, বের হলাম, তারপরে আসল জার্নি স্টার্ট। সো বলছিলাম যে প্রাউডলি সিলেক্ট করেছিলাম মেকানিক্যাল ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং। আমরা আমাদের ক্লাসে 6 জন ছিলাম 60 জনের মধ্যে, সো রেশিও 120 জনের মধ্যে আমরা আই থিঙ্ক 19 জন ছিলাম, সো রাফলি 15 to 60% এর মতো। অ্যান্ড পরে বুঝতে পেরেছি আসলে যে কি করলাম জীবনে। স্টার্টেড টু অ্যাপ্লাই ফর দ্য জবস অ্যান্ড to share with you this journey, because this is going to happen, but you have to be stay strong there. I have not, আমি এমন কোনো অর্গানাইজেশন নাই আর এমন কোনো ম্যানুফ্যাকচারিং ইন্ডাস্ট্রি নাই যে অ্যাপ্লাই করি নাই পাস করার পর। There is no single organization, because I wanted to really work in the factory, because I'm a mechanical engineer, I want to really do something. But first 6 months কোনো কল পাইনি। It took me 6 months to understand, because I'm a female graduate, and maybe mindfully a few of us were ready to take the challenge, but the culture or the society were not ready to take a female engineer in the production area. I started very small then, like I got an opportunity in one very small engineering company. Started with 1/5 of the salary what my peer level was taking. But still I say that proudly, because that's where I started. I don't want to forget that story. That's the starting point I have. After almost I think 7 to 8 months of my graduation, I was doing that job. Finally I got a call from BSRM, the biggest steel manufacturing, but not for the factory. I got a offer for, or I got an interview call for the project there. Give the interview, alhamdulillah, somehow happened. I get into it, and let me tell you the first assignment I got. It's not something engineering, it's the HR organization restructuring. I had the 2 hours I think classes for the IP class. IP একটা ক্লাসে ছিল 2 ঘন্টার মতো পড়ায়, and I had the first project, and that's the biggest learning I think, যা পড়েছি আসলে তা কতটুকু আসলে কাজে লাগাতে পারবো স্টার্টেড টু ডাউট, এবং আসলে শুরু করেছি কমপ্লিট ডিফারেন্ট, যে এইচআর অর্গানাইজেশন রিস্ট্রাকচারিং দিয়ে। So that's the learning, but at the end of, I think, after 17 years of my career, what I would like to share, there is nothing called career e jai ashbe ashole কোনো কিছু আসলে ফেলনা না, সবকিছুর একটা লার্নিং আছে। এখন I can connect the dot for everything what I have done, even with the first job. With that, so 4.5 বছরের জার্নি আমার বিএসআরএম এ যদি বলি, a lot of are with the organization change management, a big project ERP, I'm sure you know, enterprise resource planning. So that was a massive change management leadership I have gone through. Quite a journey, not related core manufacturing or engineering, but I get to know how the organization is connected. I think that's how I see each part of my journey, what I can take from that life. Moving to the next one. With that all career challenges, there are some beautiful things happen also in life. I married my best friend, also had my firstborn with me. My first daughter is my Sarah Muniba. Those are the beautiful moments, but to share kori ekhane, it was not easy for us as a family, and this is for especially the female student. Our biological clock is conflicts a lot with our career clock, and be prepared. And also for the male students you are, for your partner, is quite conflicting, but it's very natural. Eta niye onek beshi stress na niye, rather we have to let it flow. Both are important, and I think personal life is more important the professional one. At times you have to take a call. ছোট্ট একটা খুব difficult moment share kori, is very vulnerable one, and me and my partner shared this one when we are expecting our first baby, and we are very happy, to be honest. Amra khub khushi chilam, and I shared with my line manager, and the first expression he had, why now? And that shocked me a lot, to be honest. I cried nights after that, like because it was not accepted. It's a very happy news for us, but when I wanted to share, because it was a big project and he did not want me to like let go, but ওই সময় আমি বলতে পারিনি, because ছোট ছিলাম, 2-3 বছরের ক্যারিয়ার। I think I was ambitious, ক্যারিয়ার করতে চাচ্ছিলাম। So when he pushed this question, I thought ক্যারিয়ার শেষ এখানে। But looking back, that's the one thing I regret. Maybe বলতে পারলে ভালো হতো, but I want to give you this courage, like this is personal life, and there is no one can ask something like that, to be honest. It's my personal choice. If I want to choose my family as a priority, it's my priority, and that should conflict the career. And when I pass the 17 years, I don't see there is a conflict in between, and I let you choose, make your own battle, choose your own path, not to be determined by others, not to be questioned by others. Have that courage to say back what I could not do. I'll share another story, but I could do later on, maybe give a question, give a response back. So the next is story, maybe. So then, almost 4.5 years in this industry, I was looking for the other opportunity, because it was project. I know it will limit my career, but we needed to be in the Chittagong as well. So Chittagong e thaka dorkar chilo, because partner chilo Chittagong e, family chilo Chittagong e. But যারা চিটাগাং জানে, স্মল সিটি, খুবই ছোট শহর, অপরচুনিটি খুব কম। সো ওয়াজ স্ট্রাগলিং এ বিট, আসলে কি করব। এটা আসবে লাইফে, তোমাদেরও আসবে, যে you'll look for opportunity, but you'll see there are limited opportunity. So it was there, and something happened, alhamdulillah. Maybe after struggling 8 or 9 months or 1 year almost, maybe I was looking for it. I got a call, an organization even I did not know existing was Chittagong. I got a call for interview for Decathlon Bangladesh, which is a French multinational. And I did not know that ota ache okhane. They called for interview for a supply production leader, and that's why I say like dreams in motion, because they are looking for a leader who would interested to work in the factory. After a few interviews with the management, I got selected, alhamdulillah, and started. And that's where the first journey began of my dream. I have seen maybe for almost 14 years back, when I decided for mechanical engineering, working in a factory. And it's not a regular factory, it's a shoe manufacturing factory, and that's why I say like let's make shoe. I learned to make shoe after going there, and I was appointed as a supply production leader. But then seeing the products coming out of the lines, that was a dream. As an engineer, I think we all have. We want to see the products coming out of the line, and that's where the first dream started finally to realize. After 14 years, I have seen that. Journey started quite good, and also maybe a small story there I'd like to share, because it's not very, because as I said, a lot of the cases maybe we are here because our family are ahead of the society and norms, but a lot of the cases you will see a lot of barrier you will face by others. When I got joined first in Decathlon, the country manager was French, and he was quite shocked seeing me because I was wearing a hijab, and because at that time French that does not allow hijab in their country, and for this job you have to fly in and out to France, and then he sent my line manager to me and said like whether she doesn't need like যদি আমি হিজাবটা না পরি। এই পার্টটা শেয়ার করছি জন্য at that time maybe আমার বেবির সময়টাতে আমি বলতে পারিনি, but I could answer him back because you hired me, who am I, not what I am wearing, and still I am who I am. I will continue. If you don't want, I can resign. And that I think one moment I could remove some regret what I could not do, but I could reply back at that moment. 6 months, a beautiful journey of learning shoemaking. So from steel industry, the shoe. After 6 or 7 months, I think after probation, I got a call when my line manager was in French. He went for some business meeting and he give me a call. So saying, Lutmilla, there is a Hope project, whether you are interested. So just to tell you what is Hope project for Decathlon. So they finance, they invest on 30 people. They choose 30 people across the world, took them in Europe. You have to spend that period in Europe. 50% time you have to spend with the brands to see and also contribute how the brands work, and also 50% time they'll invest on you to get the corporate MBA from the ESSEC Business School of Management. That's an amazing opportunity, to be honest. Like when anyone get called, they will be like puzzled. I was very happy. Equally, I was in my mind, I know I will not be able to do it because my daughter was only 1 year 8 months at that time. And you can imagine how dependent she was on me. And I'm sure, like I said to my line manager, maybe I will not be able to. Thanks for giving this opportunity, but maybe I'll not. I came back to home and shared with my partner, and amazing thing happened after that. I think he immediately said, why you will not go? You should try. We are here, we'll support. I think that's the biggest learning. The family is the biggest strength of your life, to be honest. And with that connection, not only my partner, my in-laws even said like, no worries, we are there, we'll support you, you should go. And even my mother was very confused, to be honest, at that time. Then I tried because the courage was there. I tried, I applied, have been interviewed, and then alhamdulillah, after I think 4 months of that journey, I got selected. I was one of the 30 and was asking to depart the country for that period, for this journey. This is a journey, they name it Hope, but trust me, it's one of the most difficult journey that shaped me a lot. We are 11 nationalities, 30 people across the world from chosen. We talk different language. We are from Europe, Spain, China, especially Chinese. There are a lot of Chinese, Cambodia, India, Vietnam. We are living together in a dormitory. You have to work 6 days a week, 12 hours per day, either in the campus for work or in the university, 8 to 8. You come back to the dormitory, and like you are completely out of comfort zone. I'm sure a lot of you will go to Europe, you will explore that one. It's almost, I think, 12 years back, what I'm telling you now. The Google map doesn't work. I don't know French language, and if you don't know French language, it's a nightmare for the country. They will not help you. If you are lost in the road, they will not tell you anything. The food is complete 180% different. You will not be able to eat the rice even there. out of comfort zone, without family, out of your comfort food, out of your comfort language, because I don't know French. It was quite a journey, to be honest. We used to, like, 8 hours, 8 to 8, stay like almost full-time hungry, running back to the dormitory kitchen, used to cook khichdi quickly. Like, khichdi was the meal for that 4 months in French when we were based in France. And that the one meal I used to have like 4 months every day. And my toddler, she was almost 2 years, and I could not see because of the time difference. When I finished the time, she was sleeping. I think there are nights I can't imagine that part now. I can't repeat that story, to be honest. I did not go to sleep without crying. But that one journey actually shaped me, bring out of comfort zone completely. And not all 30 of us could graduate because this was a really tough journey. But I think this is what shaped me. When I was returning back to, and we are the 30 people, I think we are 28, 2 could not finish the graduation. That classroom from the ESEC Business School. And this was the final graduation ceremony we all had together. When I still remember when I was coming back, was in the flight, the only thing I told to me, like, if actually, and of course the family supported, but there was my God helped me, to be honest, to pass that journey. If I could make this happen, inshallah, in the life, I'll make the other things happen. That this journey helped me to rebound my confidence again, and the confidence that I can do, I think, the other challenges in my life as well. So this is the biggest part, one of the biggest part of the journey of Hope Project I'd like to call out. After coming back, I knew something would be different to be assigned, but I did not knew. My line manager again called and then say, has offered me a biggest surprise, one of the biggest surprise. I have been nominated for as a first female production team manager in Decathlon Bangladesh. I think you can connect, especially the female, how special this is, because this is what I wanted to do. And finally, I think almost 8 years my career, I was handing over something what I wanted to be. So the dream slowly really come to reality. So that's why the piece of advice may be, it will take a lot, sometimes it will take a lot of time. What you want in your life, it will take a lot of time. It will not come easily. But stay patient, keep that passion with me. If you are true to yourself, you are giving your best, it will come eventually. Just to be sincere to be yourself. That's the only maybe piece of advice. So I started as a first female production team manager. And responsible for managing the biggest sports footwear factory of Bangladesh. This is the biggest one. I was responsible to represent Bangladesh to the global platform. And at that part of life, we got the partnership sign off on my tenure. And also, like, our factory was providing the best cost per CPT. So those are the few, but the biggest learning, I think, because the society was not ready to have a female production team manager. And the journey started, and alhamdulillah, it was a beautiful journey from both sides, and what I'm proud of, to be honest. And while I was enjoying fully and was ready for the next mission, something come up, and and I repeat what Kamrul sir is saying, you will plan a lot of things, but a lot of things will happen without your plan even. You have to keep trust on the Almighty for sure, but you have to be ready also to grasp the opportunity. I got a call from Unilever, something completely different, and Unilever is a completely different industry. I work in steel, I work in footwear, and this is completely a fast moving manufacturing where we made soap, সাবান বানাচ্ছি, ক্রিম বানাচ্ছি, শ্যাম্পু বানাচ্ছি, I don't know anything about it. এবং কল করা হয়েছিল R&D এর জন্য, যেটা আরো ডিফিকাল্ট। 3-4 রাউন্ড, I think 2 মাসের ইন্টারভিউ হয়েছে with the CD, with the R&D head, with the CEO of the company, and finally যখন কল আসলো, they have offered me something quite different, যেটার জন্য ইন্টারভিউ নিচ্ছিল সেটা না, and quite special, যেটা আমার জন্য খুবই স্পেশাল ছিল, and quite related to my passionate topics, planning, senior manager planning, responsible for the half of the Unilever portfolio. and so I started, that's I think a new journey, complete shoe থেকে আসো এবার আমরা হচ্ছে যে পাউডার বানাই, রিন, হুইল, সার্ফ বানাই and soap কিভাবে বানাতে হয়, and a new journey began. I joined in Unilever I think almost 8 years back, and till then it's a beautiful way forward, alhamdulillah. I did so 5 years in a row, but এই জার্নি আসলে সহজ না, and to tell you the story যাতে তোমরাও প্রিপেয়ার হও, অনেক কিছু এসেছে এর মধ্যে। কোভিড হ্যাপেন, এবং তখন আমি যে সাবানের সেক্টরে ছিলাম, I saw and we saw people crying for soap. একটা এফএমসি যে গুডস যে কতটা এসেনশিয়াল হতে পারে এটা আসলে তখন আমরা টের পেয়েছি, ডে অ্যান্ড ডে নাইট। তখন আসলে ওই যে 6টা 10টা 6টা বলে কিছু ছিল না, কমপ্লিট আসলে পার্সপেক্টিভই চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেল লাইফের, যে আসলে পিপলকে বাঁচাতে হবে অ্যান্ড উই হ্যাভ টু সার্ভ পিপল। সিভিয়ার স্ক্যারসিটি অফ দ্য র মেটেরিয়ালস সময়, বাট দ্যাট ওয়াজ এ জার্নি। আই থিঙ্ক আমরা কমপ্লিটলি ভুলে গিয়েছিলাম উই ওয়ার্কিং ফর এ কর্পোরেট, উই ওয়ার ওয়ার্কিং ফর লাইক পিপলকে আসলে উই হ্যাভ টু প্রোভাইড দিস, আদারওয়াইজ পিপল লাইফ উইল বি ডেঞ্জার। ওই সময়টাতে আই থিঙ্ক দ্যাট লট অফ পার্সপেক্টিভ হ্যাজ চেঞ্জ আমাদের, আসলে বিইং কর্পোরেট টু লাইক টু ডু সামথিং ফর পিপল, দ্যাট গিভস এ স্ট্রং শিফট। তারপর তো কোভিড গেল, ইনফ্লেশনারি সিনারিও, দ্য বিজনেস আই থিঙ্ক 2020 পরে আসলে বিজনেস আর কখনোই নর্মাল না, এখন তো ওয়ার চলছে, এভরিডে থিংস আর চেঞ্জিং, বাট দ্য অনলি থিং দ্যাট আই উইল অ্যাডভাইস ইউ টু বি রেজিলিয়েন্ট। আমরা আসলে যা প্ল্যান করি সেই অনুযায়ী হবে না, you have to be always to be ready to go immediately to plan B, plan C, plan D. কোথাও যদি আটকে যায় আটকে থাকা যাবে না, and that's the life will teach you. You have to be ready for that. Don't be stuck in any point. Plan for plan A, plan B, C, D. If you don't have any plan, shift to the next plan. That's what the resilience you have to be ready for. So after almost I think 7 years করার পর আমাদের নতুন ফর্ম হলো রিজিয়ন। আমরা ইন্ডিয়ার আন্ডারে ছিলাম আগে, দেন উই মুভ টু দ্যার পিটার রিজিয়ন ফর্ম হলো। অলমোস্ট অল দ্য মুসলিম কান্ট্রিগুলো নিয়ে একটা রিজিয়ন, কাইন্ড অফ সিমিলার কালচার, প্রোডাক্ট, এই কনসেপ্ট থেকে। দেন দেখেন দেয়ার আর ওপেন পজিশন, ইন্টারভিউ দিলাম অনেকগুলোতে। আমি এটা কেন বলছি, বিইং উইদিন দ্য সেম অর্গানাইজেশন ইউ হ্যাভ টু ক্র্যাক ইচ স্টেজ বাই প্রুভিং ইউর সেলফ। এই জন্যই বলছিলাম ওয়েন ইউ আর স্টেইং হিয়ার, তোমরা যখন আছো ইউনিভার্সিটি লাইফে, মেবি 6 মাস পরে একটা এক্সাম, but in corporate life you have to give exam every day, and that's what its nature is, and you have to prove every day. So OGP chilo, open position chilo, interview dilam, and alhamdulillah selected for the global role as a Peter Planning Excellence Lead, representing the single person from the country, and I'm responsible for the excellence driving. So একটু আগে আমার আরেকজন স্পিকার বলে গেল AI এর কথা, so এই automation AI টপিকে to drive in all these markets, not only Bangladesh. I have been selected as a Peter Planning Excellence Leader from Bangladesh. এটা একটু প্রাউডেরও, আবার একটু মন খারাপ করার মতো, যেখানে I will ask for all of you to step out. আমরা নিজেরা যখন গল্প করি আমাদের মধ্যে বলি, I am the only representative in the LT leadership team currently, which we are not proud of, to be honest. Because আমরা চাই বাংলাদেশ থেকে আমরা আরো অনেক লিডারশিপ আমরা ঢুকি এই লিডারশিপ টিমে। সো দ্যাটস ওয়্যার ইয়োর স্টেপ ইন ইজ রিকোয়ার্ড। Do not focus like you have to be ready as a leader. We are an engineer, yes, right, but you have to be also ready being a leader, being into the podium, not only for Bangladesh. You have to be lead from the forefront, from the globally as well. So we want your step out as well, and looking forward to see more leaders doing in the global role in future. That's what we are expecting from you. So this is the last part. I think the simple learning from my life, the pastoral learning boli. The first one I will see, the family is the biggest strength. To be honest, this is the biggest learning we have. We are today because of our family was the biggest strength. You have to be the biggest strength of your family, and your family has to be the biggest strength. Otherwise, the life is not going to be easy, to be honest. The second one is the resilience. Learn and unlearn. হ্যাঁ, 4 বছর অনেক কিছু শিখায়, but when you step out, you'll see that there are enormous learning. Even গত বছর আমি বলছিলাম, কালকে শেয়ার করছিলাম, we had a 9 months learning program on AI. You have to know how to unlearn quickly and learn quickly, because the way of working is changing drastically. And currently, my role is to, for example, আমরা যে vision নিয়ে কাজ করছি, planning will be a 0 people, because completely we need people যারা আসলে পুরো অটোমেট করে এআই দিয়ে কমপ্লিট অটোমেট করে ফেলতে পারবে। দ্যাটস হোয়াট উই আর লুকিং ফরওয়ার্ড। সো আজকে যেভাবে কাজ করছি ফর শিওর 5 বছর 10 বছর ডাউন দ্য রোড এভাবে থাকবে না। সো ইউ হ্যাভ টু এক্স্যাক্টলি নো হাউ টু লার্ন অ্যান্ড আনলার্ন। দ্যাটস গোয়িং টু বি দ্য বিগেস্ট স্ট্রেংথ ইউ আর গোয়িং টু হ্যাভ। থার্ড ইজ নো ওয়ার্ক ইজ সিম্পল। আমি 5 years করেছি অফিসের, একটা ছোট্ট অফিসের ড্রয়ারে বসে স্টেশনারিতে বসে 5 years করেছি। আমি বলেছি আমি HR চেঞ্জ ম্যানেজমেন্ট করেছি। সো হোয়াট এভার ইউ উইল বি অ্যাসাইন, নাথিং ইজ স্মল। I think I can connect all the learning from there in my 17 years. So whatever you will be assigned when you are going to step out, nothing is small, to be honest. I appreciate that. Try to get the best out of it. ওটা থেকে বেস্ট কিভাবে পাওয়া যায়? Enjoy that journey. Be sincere and true. Whatever you are given, and you will see the next best thing will come to you slowly. Sometimes it takes time, but it will come if you are being very sincere and true. Number 4, nothing comes free. This is one learning I was sharing. আমি এরকম ওয়েট করতে হয়েছে 1 বছর 1.5 বছর। ইভেন ফর এক্সাম্পল তো এই ভাষাতে কথা বলছিল, আমরা দেখি যে ঠিক আছে এই আপু ভাইয়াটা এই জায়গায় আছে, বাট আমরা দেখি না এর পিছনে আসলে কি পরিমাণ আসলে ফেলিওর আছে, আমাদের কতগুলো হার্ডেল আছে। সো ইট উইল টেক সাম টাইম। অনেক ক্ষেত্রে চাইলাম আর আসলো হবে না এটা, বাট হোয়াট ইউ ক্যান ডু ফর ইউর সেলফ, ইউ বি প্রিপেয়ার্ড when the opportunity comes so that you can grasp immediately. কোনো অপরচুনিটি মিস না যায়, বিকজ অপরচুনিটি আসাটা অনেক সময় আমাদের হাতে না, বাট অপরচুনিটি গ্র্যাবস করাটা আমাদের হাতে। সো এনশিওর ইউ আর প্রিপেয়ার ফর টু গ্র্যাবস দ্য অপরচুনিটি। দ্যাটস দ্য 4th লার্নিং। অ্যান্ড লাস্ট ওয়ান, ওয়ার্ক ফর এ বিগার পারপাস। যেটা বলছিলাম, কোভিড taught me a lot. I think there is a bigger purpose. যদি বলো personally why I work, I don't work like, I don't want to be like maybe CEO or something. At least I want to be a person, আমি যে পাথটাতে এসেছি যদি আমি আমার পরের জেনারেশনের জন্য একটু ইজি করে যেতে পারি, if I can make that path a little bit easier than them. আমার মেয়েকে নিয়ে এসেছি, ফর এক্সাম্পল she's a 12 years old. I work for my next generation so that আমার যতটুকু হার্ডেল হয়েছে আমার নেক্সট জেনারেশন যতটুকু না হয়, and if I can help a bit for their life, that's the purpose. And to have my flag high, নিজের দেশটাকে যেখানে যাই রিপ্রেজেন্ট করার চেষ্টা করি, and that's why I work for. And with that, that's the 5 learning I think in my journey, and if it helps maybe a little bit of your journey, that will be the return for me. Thank you everyone.